The door key that was found on the old man fit Cubby's apartment. Now, what you have to do is you have to see if Cubby ever had his fingerprints taken. Then you take those fingerprints, and you go down in the lab, and you lift the prints off the old man down there, and you compare the two of them. And if you do, that's our proof. That's all the proof that I need. You need. We need.
I can just see the print boys' faces when I tell them why I want the work. Hey, what key the old man had? How'd you get this? Did you take personal belongings out of the morgue?
Oh, would I do a thing like that?
You robbed our Cook County morgue?
Well, Sergeant, you know, it isn't a shrine. It's just a morgue.
Get out.
Now, there was an old...
I said get out.
But I thought we were going to work in concert together.
Concert? When I start waving my baton, it'll be over your head.
Well, that's the way you feel about it.
Here, and take this with you.
How about it? Have you seen Cynthia Tibbs?
Nothing. Like I told you police before, that's her lifestyle, you know, in and out, come and go. She's probably right here in the building, another apartment.
For 2 whole days?
Guess you haven't been single for a few years.
I was never that single.
What's that? Some kind of clue?
This is certified Cynthia Tibbs been selected by the Max Match Corporation. Looks like she was some kind of a member of some kind of a society at the Max Match Corporation. Miss?
Could you fill these out, please?
Sure. Miss, could I have...
Hey, what's all this medical background? Scars and operations? You really get personal.
That's the idea. It makes it exclusive. And I like it that way.
Hey, under partner preference, I'm gonna put down vegetarian Sagittarius on the cusp. What do you think?
I'll take any chick who's on a macrobiotic diet, who's into tantric yoga.
Whatever happened to the girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad? It's a song. Miss?
Would you follow me, please? Are you being helped?
No, and I'm being ignored. I'd like to know why.
What can I do for you?
Well, I think the first thing I do is fill out one of those application forms.
I'm sorry, but,
Linda, I'll see the gentleman.
Wowee, it looks like a boudoir.
I'm sorry. I think there's been a misunderstanding. You see, we only accept people under 30.
Uh-huh. Well, is that for your general membership, or is that restricted to the special group that you call the Olympians?
Now, why would an attractive man like you be here?
I want to be an Olympian.
You don't need us. You're very male. You have the confidence to dress as you like, and I suspect do as you like with everything, Mr.
Kolak.
Kolak.
Yeah. Boy, this is really some office. I've never seen... You should see the joint that I have to work in.
What do you do, Mr. Kolak?
I'm a writer. You know, I've never seen painted furniture like that before in an office. It's just terrific. You got more of it back there?
Our computer's back there.
Oh.
Not very aesthetic.
Yeah.
You use a camera in your...
No. It's just a hobby of mine. No, that's all. Half the time, darn thing doesn't even work. So, oops, there she goes again. See, it's just...
What kind of writing do you do? Short stories or novels?
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Well, I'm an avid reader. Any titles I might recognize?
No, I don't think so. No, you see, I don't have much of readership here in the States. My publisher thinks my stories are much too bizarre. It's like the one I wrote about the young people who were being turned into crones in a minute. Just like that, they're dead.
It's unusual, at any rate.
Yeah, well, you got an unusual job here. How'd you get this kind of a job?
It was a fluke.
I love flukes. I've written some of my best stories about flukes.
I hate to be rude, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to go. For some reason, around this time of day, I get very tired.
Yeah, but...
Nice talking to you, Mr. Kolak.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you haven't told me about the Olympians. Maybe next time. After my enlightening conversation with the beautiful Helen Surtees, I ran a check through tax records and business licenses. The Max Match dating service was almost brand spanking new. No one knew where it came from or what other branches it had. It seemed to me that such mysterious origins warranted what we in the press call the midnight interview.
Hecate, neotitos kalethea, tentes dules efkene pacosan, que huminos taco de be, dehu tentes yentahuten, en hese dule, neanis amamos te, que cale esios que tapan proteas, he dule ante amibes, hen ete etos, neotitos, que calos que hegas, erota para su leben, hepotus onoma. Hecate, neotitos kalethea, tentes dules efkene pacosan, nianis amamos te, que cale esios que tapen proteas, he dule ante amibas, hen ete etos, neotitos, que calos que hegas, erota para su leben, hepotus onoma. Inet. Inet. Inet.
Renee Michelle, first grade teacher, was anticipating an exciting evening arranged for her by the Max Match Corporation. But her kids had worn her out that day, making her feel older than her 23 years. Renee had opted for a nap before getting dressed. Renee never heard her alarm. She never awoke from her nap. The next day, Renee's class would have a substitute teacher.
I don't get it. Your hunch was right about it being Greek, but it's ancient Greek. A prayer for a sacrifice to Hecate, the goddess of youth.
What kind of a sacrifice?
What kind of sacrifice? All that mattered was that they be physically perfect.
Oh, so this Hecate had pretty high standards, right?
All the Greek gods were easily offended. Everything had to be absolutely perfect, just right.
As if it came out of a computer, right? Here, I think this is the sacrificer right here. Here.
Most beautiful woman in the world. The face that launched 1,000 ships. Helen of Troy.
Hey, that's Helen Surtees. I mean, she runs the Max Match computer
What are
company.
you talking about?
Yeah.
She resembles every statue of Helen I've ever seen. I'd give everything to get next to that.
I think that's the deal. Everything.
You know, every time I talk about the classics, I wish I was back in college teaching again. But there are all those beautiful girl students. I can never keep my head on straight. Well, anyway, Helen, was half mortal. She was a demigoddess, and she'd made a deal with Hecate.
The Randolph, please.
No, I'm sorry, Jack. This cab's taken.
No hurry. I got a hangover and kill a buffalo. Conventions of murder.
Yeah, I can tell, yeah. Listen, Alan's deal with Hecate was for eternal youth, right?
That's the story.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you got her number? Well, I wound up with a real bow wow last night.
You are referring to my sister.
Oh, I can see. She's a lovely lady.
All right, now suppose something went wrong with the sacrifices. What happened?
The wrath of the gods. A shepherd once put up a sick lamb for sacrifice to Diana.
Yeah?
She turned it to stone.
Stone!
That's right.
Stone? Stone? Who's getting stoned? And who's this Diana? Listen, can't you let me in on any of this action, huh?
Kaz, were the sacrifices to Hecate prepared in any special way?
No, nothing elaborate. They were always marked with some kind of medallion or ornamentation of some kind.
No limitation. I mean, like a